The action continues. The let's go situation here. Alexei Deacon going up against a double team. Jeffrey Moore has put the access to the bucket. What you saw from that normal replay of that last bit of action was Juan Fernandez actually wanting to dish off the aggressive pass to Jaworski. We're crossing the twilight zone. That's an eternity of basketball ahead of us.
Welcome to Eternity of Basketball. We're part of the Globally Ballin Network. Another show on the network is Who the Heck Are We? And their latest episode 126 with Mert Altinos, Cebu FC winger, Turkey represent. Watch that episode. Our most popular episodes of AEOB on YouTube. Bernie Fabiosas at number 1, all the way down to Freddy Ubalde. We've got Crispa bookends there. Which one is your favorite? Keep watching on the Globally Ballin Network. GloballyBallin.com for original articles, audio, and video projects. Check out all their social media and all the different shows. Globally Ballin Twitter. Follow the Twitter page of Globally Ballin. Watch us live. We're streaming on Twitter as well, aside from Facebook and YouTube. Linktree/Globally Ballin is the link you need for all of that for easy access. So check that out, please. Here we go. Episode 172. We're a duo right now. Jay Mercado will join us once he's done with his teaching duties. I'm Charlie Cuna together with Sid Ventura. On this day, episode 172. Here we are. We keep climbing up that ladder. Our guest for today, all the way from Denver, Colorado, spent the greater part of the 1970s here in the Philippines, playing for several franchises in the MICA and in the PBA. Played at least 5 conferences in the PBA, but won a championship in the MICA. We're going to talk about all of that. The most important thing, though, and everybody remembers this, he was on TV a lot. Not just for basketball, but for other things. For Milk. And for movies. He was on the silver screen as well in the theaters around Metro Manila with guys like Ramon Revilla and some other famous actors. So we need to talk about all of that. So, Masarap, we'll find out. Let's bring him in. Israel Oliver. They call him Cisco, the man. Welcome to the show, Mr. Oliver. What's up?
What's up? Darling Mo, man.
Galing mo, man. Nice to see you. Cisco, thank you for accepting our invitation. And it's really crazy. I'm sure the fans are all riled up and excited because you were here from the start. 1975, they formed the PBA. You were here already. Even before that, you were here in the Philippines. But let's go all the way back to the start. When you were a little kid in Virginia, Cisco, why did you choose basketball as your sport? Did you play any of those other sports? Baseball, football?
Yes, we had a neighborhood court where the big guys used to beat me up because I could shoot very well. And it's a gift from God. And they used to beat me up, beat my arms, beat my fingers. I had fingers broken from the big guys when I was a little guy. And then my mother went to the city of Chesapeake Recreation Department and told them to put a court in my backyard. Then all those guys had to come to my backyard and play. And my mama be watching. So they couldn't stop me from shooting.
Mama got your back, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, she had my back in those days. Because those big guys, man, they were much taller than me.
Yeah, but why basketball? Why didn't you go play football in the backyard? Why not baseball?
Well, I played football. I played in high school. I played football, basketball, and baseball. But basketball was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, just instinct or something, a gift from God, I call it.
Mm-hmm. And how tall were you by then when you were about 14, 15 years old? Were you tall already, 6+?
Tall, but I wasn't tall of the older guys like 18, 17, 18, and 19 that I was playing against. They were street ball players. You know what I mean? You know, they weren't on any team or anything. Man, they used to hack. They used to hack and beat me up, send me home crying to mama. But I gun them down, though. They couldn't stop my shot.
All right.
Yeah. Did you have any basketball idols growing up, Cisco?
Yeah, of course. I like Jerry West. That was my man back then. You remember Jerry West who used to play for the Lakers?
Yeah,
Oscar Robertson, all those guys, man, they were my idols. Yeah, but Jerry West, I liked him the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, West Virginia guy. Grew up in West Virginia.
Yeah,
right?
West Virginia.
That's right. And of course, Oscar Robertson, the guy doing everything, the do it all guy for Milwaukee. Yeah. So those were your idols. But when did you start playing formal, organized basketball? That was in high school, right?
Yes, in high school at Culver High School, I played in my junior year. I played for Culver High School of Chesapeake, Virginia. I averaged my junior year. I averaged 21 points a game. But I transferred next year to a big school where they played against Group 1, the tough teams. Mm-hmm. And I averaged 25 against them. They said I couldn't play in that league, in the big leagues. There were the students where high school had 2,000 or 3,000 around in the metro Tidewater area of Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Newport News. You probably heard of guys like Ivan Iverson. He's from Newport News. And, you know, those are the teams I played against in high school.
Yeah, so you're talking about Crestwood, right? That's where you transferred to.
Crestwood is where I transferred to in my senior year, where they said I couldn't play in that league. So I wanted to prove to everybody that I could play with a Group 1 school. So I made all-state honorable mention my senior year in high school. That's what kicked me off.
Who were other guys who were popular in Virginia, in the state of Virginia at the time, who eventually made it to the NBA?
You know what? I can't recall because they were a lot of guys. But I recall one thing though. I was the only guy that made that all-state team that was drafted by the pro leagues here in America. No other guy was drafted by pro leagues that made that all-state team during my high school time.
Okay, I have a question. I'm sure you're curious as well, Sid. Is Cisco a given name? Is that your real name, or is it just a nickname?
No, I got that name in college because we were playing in a Christmas tournament over in Fort Houston, Virginia. A Christmas tournament. I was at Elizabeth City State, and the guys wanted to watch something else, and I wanted to watch a program called the Cisco Kid. And I let them change the channel. So they carried that name, gave me that name, and carried it back to the campus. Everybody started calling me Cisco on campus.
Okay, so there is a connection to the movie, okay? Because I was wondering about that. But you're telling us that you were playing in Virginia. You played very well in high school. You got to play with the big boys, as you mentioned. How did you choose where to attend university? Why did you choose Elizabeth City State?
Well, I had a lot of scholarships going to big schools. My mother couldn't afford to send me to those big major colleges. So I had to go to a small college across the North Carolina line to Elizabeth City. Elizabeth City State is in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And so it's real close for me to come back and home. That would have cost $4 to catch the bus to come back home. And I had a free scholarship. But that year, Coach Vaughn brought in some major players, but he really recruited that year. You ever heard of a guy named Mike Gale? He played in the NBA. Well, he played
Atlanta Hawks.
college.
Atlanta
Yeah. He played with me. He was very good. He died a few years back, but he was very good. I love playing with Mike Gale on my team. Matter of fact, Mike Gale came over. You remember when the Philippines used to have these tournaments where all the NBA guys come over?
Mhm.
They have this cigarette tournament. I forget Phillips or somebody used to sponsor
Winston, yeah,
tournament. All
Winston,
the NBA, a plane load of NBA guys used to come over to Manila and
Yeah.
play in the PBA tournament. You remember?
Yeah.
And yeah, Mike Gale came over. That was my college teammate.
Yeah. I remember Mike Gale. He had a pretty good shot from the outside, right? Mike Gale.
Yes. He's from Philly.
He even became a broadcaster after his NBA career was over. He was covering the game.
Yes.
Color commentator, I remember.
So how was your college career, Cisco? Who were the memorable
My college
players
career?
Yeah. Who were the memorable players that you went up against from other schools?
Again, Bobby Dandridge. You ever heard of a guy named Earl the Pearl Monroe?
Of course.
Yeah. Winston Salem, yeah.
Black Jesus.
Winston-Salem. See, we were in a conference called the CIAA, and he took me. When I played against him as a freshman, he took me to school. That guy shot 43 points on me. I was a freshman, man. But I got him back. That was my freshman year. I played against Earl Monroe, Bobby Dandridge, and those are the top names that were in my conference during my era. They were the big guys. They were ahead of me.
Yeah, they did call Earl Monroe. He wasn't even the Pearl yet. They called him Black Jesus. They called him Black Jesus.
Yeah, they called him Black Jesus. That's right.
Right.
Wherever he went in the CIAA, the stadium was packed. Earl could play. He was also from Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the guy didn't even jump up. He would just spin around and just lean
Yeah,
in.
he had so many spin. I copied a lot of his moves, his spin moves and all that. I went home and started practicing those spin moves because I wanted to be like Earl.
Right. Okay, so you get to play against top level competition. Were the scouts, by the time you were a junior, maybe the scouts were coming to watch some of your games and
Yes. In the CIAA championship, when I played against Norfolk State, the scouts surrounded me. I signed with the Portland Trail Blazers back then for $55,000 2-year contract. And I was cut. And I told you last night, nobody could believe that I was cut by the Portland Trail Blazers. Within 4 minutes of time in our first scrimmage game, everybody in that gym, it was packed, they knew who Cisco Oliver was. But for some reason, when a sports writer asked him, said Cisco Oliver showed more probability than anybody out there, he told the sports writer of the Oregonian newspaper that the reason why I played so well was because I was 4 hours behind. I was from the East Coast, Norfolk, Virginia, okay? And said my body woke up before everybody else. So the man asked him, the sportscaster asked him, said, what about his skills? He didn't answer that. You know what that sportscaster told me? He said, get your agent on the phone. He said, because he's not going to keep you. And he was right. They didn't keep me. I put on a show within the first 4 minutes. Everybody in that gym knew who Cisco Oliver was. Because I was ready, man. I wanted to come out and play. It's like me coming out and playing against Tom Corn or CRISPR or somebody, man. That's the next level. When I got cut, my agent got in contact with Mr. Emerson Constantine, the founder of the PBA. He was like a daddy to me, man. Emerson, I never forget that, man. I don't know where his family is now, but he was awesome, man. Emerson, he's the founder of the PBA.
Yeah, his daughter's still around. She's busy. I don't know if you ever met her, Nikki. She was a little girl.
Nikki, I know Nikki, yeah.
She became a senator of the Philippines, and then now she's still very involved. Yeah, she was a guest on our show. She was a guest on our show. Yeah, she one of the teams after Emerson Cositeng retired. She took over as the manager of the team till the team.
Correct. I remember that. I heard that.
Yeah, the early
Yeah.
80s. So she's still around. I'll tell her
I mean,
you've been on the show. I'll send her the link so she can watch afterwards.
I think she owns a high school now. She runs a high
Yeah,
school
yeah,
now.
yeah. In Diliman,
Oh,
Diliman Prep,
okay.
Yeah.
no? Diliman
Yeah,
Prep, I
Diliman
think.
Prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
she's
she owns
also
the
into
school
swimming.
I said hello. Be sure to tell her I said hello.
I will. Right. I'll tell her. I
And
should have
tell
told her
her
to
that
watch. I should have told her to
her
watch today.
father was my father also.
That's great. Yeah. So you share your siblings with Nikki. Did you know that the Trailblazers were going to draft you, Cisco, in 1970? Did they tell you that they were going to draft you?
No, they saw me play. We Elizabeth City after we beat Nova State in the CIW championship. We went for the Nationals. First time I'm flying on an airplane, so we usually take a bus to all that game. First time we went to the national tournament, NEI national tournament out in Kansas City. Okay, that's where all the big time scouts were. That's where Portland saw me. All the NBA teams saw me play. Was out at the NEIA tournament where you have the Final Four. It's a national. Very few teams get there, and very few players get to play in the Final Four. And I was fortunate enough to play in the Final Four back then. God bless me to play in the Final Four. Final Four.
Yeah. Right.
This was also the first year of Portland in the NBA, right? 1970.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
you could have been part of their inaugural team.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
And
there
I'm
were,
so glad, I look back on it, I'm so glad God cut me. I mean, not God cut me, they cut me, okay? And nobody could believe that, because none of the players could believe that I was cut. Because I played so well all throughout that camp. They have a 5-day camp. And everybody wanted to know now, why you ain't playing in the NBA, man? Why you ain't doing this? I couldn't help it. Nothing I could do about it. My agent got in contact with the Nico, Mr. Constantine.
Mhm.
I met Mr. Constantine in Chicago. Next day, we were in Hong Kong. Next day, I was in Manila, where that little kid told me, Tom Colton will kill you.
Yeah. But he didn't, as you said.
well,
He didn't kill
And the
you.
rest is history when it
Yeah.
comes to the Philippines.
but
I
what
love
was
the
your
Philippines, man.
but what was your reaction when your agent first told you, "Hey, would you like to play in the Philippines?" I mean, did you even know what the Philippines was or the
No, I
basketball
didn't
scene?
know. I did not know the Philippines was the capital of basketball in the world. You guys got a 32,000 seat coliseum right there, and they get packed sometimes. And I just not have any idea that the Philippines were the world's capital of basketball. A lot of people don't know that the Philippines is the world capital of basketball, because
Yeah.
basketball in the Philippines is a major sport. It's the major sport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Up to now. Up to now.
And do you
yeah.
know? Cisco? You mentioned that the World Cup of Basketball is going to be held here in August, here in the Philippines.
Awesome.
Yeah. So all the
I
teams
will
from
have
all
that
over
on
the
my
world,
live stream.
32 teams or 16 teams are coming here, and then they're going to be playing, they're trying to knock themselves out till there's only one standing. It's going to happen in August till September this year.
Let me ask you one thing. There's a Korean player back in my time. His name was Shung Dong Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shindong Pa. Yeah.
That guy could play, man. I
Oh,
thought he
yeah.
could play in the PBA. He could play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He could play in the
You-
NBA. Like I told you, man, you had guys like Bogues Alanada could play in the NBA. Otoy Cole, Robert Jaworski, Bon Fernandez, Francis Arnaz. These guys could play in the NBA. They still want to lead the Philippines.
Yeah, I know. And then there were no breaks. They didn't have those agents who could bring them to the States back then.
Yeah, that's correct.
that was
You
the
are
thing.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scouting back then wasn't as sophisticated as it is today.
As sophisticated as it is today. You got basketball players, they scout everywhere today, in all countries today. The NBA, they scout in all countries.
Yeah. But you mentioned before we enter our first segment, you mentioned you were also drafted not just in the NBA but in the ABA as well by the Utah Stars. They drafted you ninth
Yeah,
round.
that's correct. Yeah, they were the Utah Stars back then.
Mhm.
But
So they
I
drafted you there.
didn't want to play in the ABA. I wanted to play in the NBA.
Why not the ABA? What was your bias against the ABA? You thought it was not
See,
top
there
level?
was an ABA team here in Norfolk, Virginia, called the
Right.
Virginia Squad. They
Yeah,
had Dr. J.
Right.
George Gervin
And
for a
so
time, right?
You know, I went out. I even went out there. Me and Dr. J had a duel back then in camp, and they let me go. Again, people couldn't believe they let me go because I held my own against Dr. J. You know,
Yeah.
and Dr. J and our friends. You know, he's an awesome basketball player of my era.
Yeah,
Right,
and
right.
the ABA had this thing called the territorial pick, right? I mean, they could teams could pick players from the area of where they
Yes,
operated on, and you could have
yes.
been a territorial pick for the Squires because you're from Virginia. Wow,
Yeah,
they
but
mentioned.
for some reason it didn't happen, and so my agent got in contact with Mr. Constantine, and I was on a plane. I met, hey, I was on a plane on my way to the Philippines. I wanted to play
Yeah.
ball. I really did. I was young, you know. I wanted to play ball, and
Yeah,
you
you
know,
were
so
just fated. You were fated to come to Manila. No, that's right. Since we're
yes,
talking about
yes.
Manila, we're talking about Manila. We have to enter our first segment. Sid prepared some photos from your career. It's called the Time Capsule. Time Capsule is brought to us by Fitbit. It helps everyone in the world get healthier. From counting your steps to giving personalized insights on your heart rate and sleep patterns, log your exercise and access great tools and content on the Fitbit Premium, all on the Fitbit platform. Check out all their lines of products on Fitbit.com. Feel the power. Let's see the first photo that Sid prepared on the time capsule. This was a recent post in the PBA Cisco. It talks about some early happenings in the PBA. It says that a crowd of 18,000 witnessed the first game between Mariwasa, that's your team, and Mariwasa Noritake versus Concepcion Carrier on opening day. You did the jump ball. And then the next game was Toyota versus Utex. Joy Jonicio scored the first jumper in PBA history, and you committed the first error because you stepped on the line. You stepped on the line.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
And this guy,
Wow.
and Jenny Lucindo, the guy, Ramon Lucindo, first player to
Where
foul
is he?
out.
Where's Raymond? Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around. I was messaging with him recently. I think
Yeah,
he
he
will
was a
agree
good
to come
ball
on the
player. He was
show.
an awesome ball player.
Yeah, so there
Where is
you are. Huh?
Deniso? Where's
Janisha's still
what is
around
his name?
too.
Awesome. Oh, tell him I
Yeah,
said
Joy's around.
hello.
He's still okay. He's back in his hometown, and I think he's a government official
Tell
there.
all those guys I said hello.
I'll tell them. When we get. I hope we can get these two guys on the show. But there you are. So it's the funny thing is it says you committed the first error when you stepped on the line seconds into that first game.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
You're in the
that
history
was
books.
April 9,
Yeah.
1975. That how many years
Wow,
ago is
wow,
that, right? How many years ago is
wow.
that? That's crazy.
That's going back. That's going back.
Yeah. So the PBA just celebrated its 48th birthday last week, April 9.
Awesome, awesome.
So that was crazy. It must have been nuts. How was that? So you arrive here in the Philippines, Cisco. You know nothing about it. You meet Mr. Coseteng, the rest of the team. What are you thinking? What's going on in your head? These little guys are your teammates. You're probably the biggest guy on the team. What's going through your head?
Oh, you got tall Filipinos. Shoot, it's just not me. I like. There's another guy that played for Christmas. He was real tall too. I can't think of his name, but he was real good. Yeah, I
From
mean,
what
you can't.
from
I
what
didn't
team?
come here thinking. I did not come to the Philippines taking for granted. Oh, they short, or this guy's taller than me, or they can't play. My focus was being the best that I could be.
From what team were you saying? This other tall guy that you can't remember his name. From what
You
what,
had
what team was
Raymond
him?
Fernandez. You had
Ramon
another guy
Fernandez.
from Christmas that was real tall. I can't think of
Gidabin?
his name.
Abid
Gidabin?
Gidabin.
Yes,
Abid
Godin
Gidabin.
could play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he was
have
a good
a
player.
photo with you. We have a photo of
Yes,
both of you later.
yes.
Yeah.
Godin was a good player.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He was.
but when you got here, you got here, Cisco. You actually didn't play for the PBA. There was no PBA yet when you got here.
There was
You
no
got here
PBA
before.
then.
That's right. You played in the Mika
We
for
were paid
Mariwasa.
under the table. You know, I almost got into a tax thing here in the U.S. while playing. You know, we were amateurs back then. The U.S. tried to tax me on money paid to me in the Philippines back then. I never will forget it. Somebody back here didn't like me playing overseas, and so they reported me to the IRS here in the U.S. But it fiddled out.
Uh-huh.
They wanted to
Wow.
tax me for money I made in the Philippines.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, so you played in the Mika, and as you said, your team in the Mika was a powerhouse team, pretty good players
Dream
that you had.
team.
Mhm.
That was the
Yeah,
dream team.
and you won. You
That
won a
Mika.
championship.
Yes, we won the championship over. We beat Tom Corwin, Bo Zeldin, and Toy Cole. They were the guns for CRISPR. But
Right.
Tom Corwin, he was a great basketball player. I was looking for him in the PBA, but CRISPR, they refused to bring him back. I don't know why.
Mhm. Yeah, but so you got an idea of what type of basketball was being played here in the Philippines when you were in the Mika. Pretty tough. And I'm sure they were playing you
And
hard
what
up
I'm glad you
because you were
asked
an
me that.
import.
The
Was that?
Mika, to me, the Mika was stronger than the PBA.
Oh, really?
Oh
I
wow.
think the
Okay.
Mika,
Okay.
I think the Mika was stronger than the PBA. Saying the PBA, two players start going after the money, start jumping teams, but they couldn't do that in the Mika. But in the PBA, when you sign contracts, the game changed. So a lot of Filipino ball players, they were going for the money.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, so before that, it was all just competition. They're just trying to kill each other.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I can understand that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the next photo, Aaron. Let's see what's there. This is opening day in the PBA,
Yes, I remember that. And
1975.
there's Mr. Constantine in the background.
Right, right, with the sideburns.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember that.
He's got the sideburns,
Very first jump
Oh,
ball.
my bald head.
and you're jumping against who's this player? That's Lucindo, right? I think, yeah, that's Lucindo, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the commissioner at the back. That's the commissioner at the back, Leo Prieto.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Is
guy
he
in the
still
white shirt.
around?
No,
Is
he's
Mr.
left us as well.
Prieto, is he still around?
No.
He passed
He,
away.
yeah.
He passed away as well, Cisco. He's gone.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Cool. I want to know who the lady is though, but I wonder who she is. I'm sure you don't remember the lady, but look at you there. You look the same, Cisco. You look the same as you did back then. Till
Oh, come
now.
on, man. I'm an old man now. I'm 75 years old.
Yeah. No, but look at you. You were what? How old were you then? You were about 26, 27 maybe?
Yeah, I was in my 20s. I think I come out of college. I think I was about 23 when I came to the Philippines.
Yeah, then you played in the Mika. So by the time the
Yeah.
PBA came around, you're mid 20s already. But look at you all lean. What was your playing weight at that time, Cisco? You remember?
Oh, I was real skinny, maybe 190 something.
Wow,
Yeah.
90. Yeah, so there you
But
are with all the fans.
I learned a lot from Coach Duki. Coach Duki worked with me and helped me out to adjust to the Filipino style of play. It was Duki, man, that really got me going, Coach Duki. And I think Mr. Dondo Lim, I played for Conception one time. He was real nice. He was like a father, too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
And
sure
I
they all
played with
treated you well.
CLC. They were all nice people, man.
Sid,
Yeah. Among the other imports that you played against, Cisco, who do you remember the most?
Tom Cole. I
Tom
mean,
Cole.
he ain't playing
Tom
the
Cole.
PBA, but Tom Cole was my man. When I played against Tom, I knew I had to be ready.
uh-huh. How about in the PBA? Yeah, of course.
Snake
Well,
Jones, Snake
Yeah, thank you.
Jones, and who I forget those guys' name, but you had several guys that were great ball players that played on the other teams or imports that came in. But they all wanted the gun. They all wanted me. They all wanted to outplay me. Every import that came to Manila back then, I was this target guy to shut down.
hey, Cisco, check out this comment. Look at this on the bottom of your screen.
Cisco
Bertie
always ran
DeSantis
with
says,
both arms after making a basket in 1973. Okay, that came from high school. I did that from high school to college, all the way. And they got mad at me out in Portland for doing that. They got mad at me. They didn't like me because I came to play, man. I was so in love with basketball. I was so full of basketball. Man, I was taught secret tricks, anti-gravity move when I was a kid by a guy in the neighborhood named Peter Otis. Never played high school or college ball. He used to teach me how to dribble with left hand, how to hold my hand, how to hold my arm. This guy, man, in the community. He used to teach me everything. He used to teach me how to stay in the air longer than the next guy. See the next guy come down. He told me how to inhale on layups and stuff, how to stay and you get in tough situations under the back, hold your breath. You will stay up in the air longer than the next guy. He taught me all the tricks, man. And like I said, I played against Earl and stuff, Earl Monroe and all those guys. You learn, man, from guys that are better than you. That's how you learn the game, man. You gotta want to play against somebody better than you to excel in basketball. And you got to know how to dribble with both hands. You got to know how to see behind your head, called it peripheral vision. See, the artist taught me all of that, man. He taught me all the tricks of the game. He was from Money Point in my hood. He taught me all the tricks. Go behind the back, between the legs, and all that. He could do all that and never play high school ball or college for anybody. But that's the guy that got me off, the artist. Never will forget him. He's dead now, but he taught me the tricks of the game.
Yeah, and you brought all that here.
Billy, sorry, Cisco. What about Billy Robinson? Do you remember him?
Yes, that was my teammate. Billy and I were friends, but we didn't get along together.
Oh, really?
That's the reason why I left Merrill Watson.
Okay. What happened?
Yeah.
I mean,
What happened there?
Well, we just think he thought that I was outshining him. Well, you know, I come to play, man. It wasn't nothing about outshining Billy. I wanted to play with Billy. You know, we won a championship together. But after time went on, he didn't like me anymore.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So when you guys were going against each other, was there anything personal there when you became opponents?
No. When I played against Billy, no. I just wanted to gun him down. That was all. I wanted to gun. I'll shoot him. I'll play him. I'll rebound him. I only showed Manila that I was better than Billy.
Just business, huh?
That's where I went. I went after him. He used to hold me on the court from slam dunking. I wanted to slam dunk on him bad. And so I had to step on him one night. And he grabbed me by the arms. I never will forget that.
Let's look at the next photo already. This is opening day. Yeah, that was great. How'd you feel with that big crowd? Oh, here, look at this. Remember this? I'm sure you remember this. Cisco.
Oh, okay. Those were movies, baby. You know, I was telling you about the movies. This movie right here, Inaugural Summer, that's about a black man who changed side from the U.S. side to the Filipino side. That was I like that part I played in that movie. I really do.
See your name.
What are those other movies? Kung Fu Master. Is that Raymond Zamora? What is his name?
Ramon Zamora. No, that's Ramon Revilla. Ramon Revilla.
Yeah, Revilla. Yeah, he's an awesome actor, man. He's good. He was good, man. He was good.
He passed away. He passed away recently. But he was a senator. He was a senator.
He became a senator as well. Yeah. So I looked you up in IMDb, and apparently you have your own page on IMDb as an actor.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at that. I will admit I wasn't very good actor, but I like doing it though. It was nice in the movies, and I enjoyed it.
How did that start? Who first approached you to appear in the movies?
It was the Shanuging Unsama people that approached me first. Okay. And where's this lady at now? I think her name was Pilar.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's she at today?
I think she's still around.
Oh, okay. Tell her I said hello.
She's not in the. I look at that. I like your smile. I like your smile, Cisco, when you say, "Tell her I said hello." You're smiling. She was beautiful. Right?
Yes.
And her daughter. She has a daughter who's equally as beautiful as she is.
Yes.
So then the other one here was a comedy with a child star named Nino Mulak.
I remember that.
His name was Peter. The name of the movie was Peter Pandesal.
He called me Mama.
Oh yeah, they call you Mama.
Yeah. In the movie, yes, Nino Mulak. I remember him.
Yeah, he was a
child
star. Yes, he's still around. I think he still has a couple of shows.
Tell him I said hello.
We will. Yeah.
Hey, what about that kid that I made that TV commercial with, the Alaska Man commercial work?
Yeah, actually, funny you should say that. Okay, we have a clip of that. We have a clip
Maybe it's
of that.
time. Okay, because we mentioned it already, Aaron. Maybe we can play that already now. Let's do it. Let's watch it.
Alaska presents one-on-one.
Yeah. Everybody likes that commercial. That commercial took the
Everybody
Philippines
remembers that.
by storm. Everybody liked that commercial.
Look at you doing some acting there, Cisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie Mo, man.
Wow, what's that, man? Alaska, man. Masarap?
Alaska.
You gotta love
Yeah.
it. You gotta love it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
you gotta
classic,
love it.
classic commercial, Filipino commercial. You
I
know,
know that.
Alaska actually eventually set up a PBA team.
Yes, I heard that. I heard
Yeah.
that. And the
Unfortunate-
kid is the owner?
That was a
Yeah, well,
rumor, and we
Their-
asked
their-
him
their
about that.
family, Yeah, their family owned it, and then, but the owner, the one who really was the executive, was the general manager of the team owner, is the brother of that kid.
Oh,
Fred.
okay.
Do you remember
okay.
Fred? Did you ever meet Fred, the brother of Michael? Because that guy was Michael.
No, I never met him.
Okay, so Fred, he was on the show one time, and
Yeah.
but this team has
awesome.
folded up. They've sold their
Yeah.
franchise to another company.
Oh,
So
okay.
but they won a bunch of championships. But this is
Yeah.
the crazy
Oh,
thing,
wow.
and I just need to say this. I can't believe we're talking to the guy in that commercial. I cannot, because I
Yeah.
saw that commercial. I was a kid, and then through the years we'd remember it, Alaska, man. And then suddenly here we are. We're talking to you. So it's
Yeah.
really crazy for me, Cisco.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
Man,
You know,
I really thank you guys, man, for inviting me on, man. I really do, man. Y'all guys have made my day. You made me on Facebook. You made me. Oh my! You guys even posted me on my Elizabeth City State University page.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
saw
Oh,
that
wow.
today.
Oh,
Yes,
you-
and
you know-
everybody, man, been contacting me today about tonight, and they are all watching too.
yeah.
Hello
You know,
to
growing
everyone,
up, Cisco, in the basketball courts here in the Philippines, you know, whenever someone would make a good move, we would all say "Galing mo, man." You know, so that line of yours came to be part of
Awesome.
the basketball culture here in the
Yes,
Philippines.
Like I said, man, Philippines, the basketball capital of the world.
Awesome.
See, all
Yeah.
does the NBA players still take a train load, come to Manila, you know, on their off season? Instead, they still do that. Y'all still have the NBA tournaments.
No, there hasn't been. It
All
hasn't been the
Yeah.
same.
NBA
They did.
players.
They did play. They did play a preseason game here a few years ago. The
10 years
Pacers
ago,
and
yeah.
the Rockets
Pacers and the
came here.
Rockets.
But you know, I guess it's different now because of how the NBA's rules and everything. They can't just fly over and do stuff here.
Yeah. But they said
Yeah, okay,
sometimes superstars will come over, you know, as part of their shoe endorsement. You know,
Man,
they visit
I
here.
was glad when the NBA came over because everybody asking me why am I playing the NBA. But when I played against the NBA in Manila, I averaged 20 a game, and Bo Alvarado, he averaged 18 a game. You know, so you know it didn't matter who I play against, NBA or Europe or South America. I come to play, man. When I come to play, I come to play. You know, I played against Walt Frazier, all them guys before those. Nate Archibald and all them guys. It didn't matter to me, man. I played against some guys before they came here, you know, in the cities. You know, I used to go up to Philadelphia, New York, just to play against NBA guys. I wanted to up my game before I came to Manila.
No, but you know, we know your basketball abilities and all of that. Of course, we were talking about your acting right before we showed the commercial. How much were you getting paid, Cisco, for the movies?
Back then, I was making like that Sanugan on the summer movie. I think I was the highest paid. I think I got about 30 or 40,000 pesos.
Oh,
But
that's a
it
lot.
was the Alaska commercial that paid me the most.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It
right.
kept on paying. It was a revolving payment. So before I left the Philippines, I sold the rights to that commercial back to the Alaska people. And so,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I made plenty of money. I can't lie. You're not gonna tax me now.
Not a problem. Not a problem. No, but
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they
so,
say
so
I was the
you were
highest paid,
busy.
I was the highest paid basketball player in the league during that era. So I don't know.
Yeah,
And
you
Joe
were
Watkins
busy.
too, Francis Arnaiz, Mon Fernandez, they made big. Toy Cole. Well, all those guys made big money back then.
Yeah. Those are the stars. Manny Paner. I'm sure you
Yeah,
remember Manny
Manny
Paner.
Pena, he signed a huge contract one time.
Yeah.
Right,
When
right.
he came, I think he came from San Miguel to
Uh-huh.
CFC. Yeah, he signed a huge contract.
Yeah. At that
Fast
time,
all the way to the bank.
yeah.
Yeah,
At that
yeah.
time, he was the highest paid PBA player. He was earning 8,000 pesos a month.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was his
yeah.
salary. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Can we see the next photo?
yeah,
Baron?
next
Yeah.
photo. Yeah, after this
Uh,
one. So the movie, you did your movies. You dabbled in showbiz. Here's a team photo, which I think is awesome. To
yeah.
see these guys. I'm sure you're seeing their faces. This is CFC, Cisco. You know, Chino
Uh,
Boy,
Martinez, Coach
I don't
Nilo.
remember. I don't remember. I remember
well,
the coach.
Uh-huh.
I remember the general manager up top, the two photos. But those
Uh-huh.
guys, my teammates back then, I don't even remember them.
there's Manny Paner
I
up
remember
there.
Johnny Ruggiero. Where's Johnny
Oh, huh?
Ruggiero? Is he
Johnny
still living?
Revilla. No, he passed away just
Yeah, he
maybe
also
four or
passed
five
away.
years ago.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And this
Well,
guy,
Manny Paner
the guy
is up there.
to your right,
Ma-
Dante Ritualo, he passed away as well.
Oh wow.
Dante Ritualo, yeah, he's gone as well. But there's Manny Panera on the top right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He's
He's
still
okay.
That
around.
guy could jump. Mike Panil could jump out the gym. He had great jumping ability.
Yeah, I saw
I
him
knew him.
last month
He could
at a
jump, man. He
PBA
could get up and
PBA
he could
game.
get up in the air.
Do you remember this guy on the left, middle row, the same row as you, Ato Tolentino? Ato Tolentino. He was like the
Loreto
top
Tolentino.
scorer, one of the top scorers on that team. Tolentino.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was my buddy. Yeah, that was my. I was closer to him than anybody was on the. Is he still
Oh,
around?
yes, he is. He's
Yeah.
a coach. He's a
Yeah.
He
coach.
became
Please tell him I said that was my buddy. I was closer to him than anybody else on that team.
we've
Tolentino.
also had him as a guest, and he went on to become one of the most successful college coaches in the Philippines.
I can believe that. I can believe that. I can believe. But please tell him I said hello and great success in
I will.
the future.
I will. I will. The guy on the right side, far right, Danny Pribdas. I don't know if you remember Danny Pribdas. He passed away as well. A few years
Yeah,
ago.
Oh,
he
I don't remember. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah he pretty young actually. I think a robber
Wow.
broke into his home and
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
he
okay.
happened.
he got killed.
Wow.
But I love how you look here compared to the opening day picture that we showed, the jump ball, when you had your head shaved and all that. Here, you grew your afro with the sideburns, and then you had the mustache on. A different look from you, Cisco. Here.
Well, I got. If I don't cut it off, it's all gray. It's turned gray, man. I had to cut it. I had to go bald now.
So that means you still can grow your hair. I mean, so you can actually
Oh
let
yeah,
it grow
yeah,
now.
yeah. I
Okay.
could dye it black, but I just cut it all
Oh
off,
yeah,
shave it
no.
all off.
Yeah, it makes it
No.
easier, I suppose. So this is
Yeah,
your
my
team. So
girlfriend
this is
like it like this.
okay. So you gotta do that. Keep it that way. 1977, I think this photo is. This is 1977. So you were about 30 years old already at this time, a veteran. You knew the Philippines.
Yeah.
Where would you go, Cisco? Where would you go to go around? You remember the restaurants, the clubs? Where would you go?
Wait a minute. Hey, is it possible I can take a quick break?
Sure, just go.
All right.
Yeah, no problem. No, we'll take it from here.
We went to the bathroom.
Bathroom break. Yeah, bathroom break for Cisco. And here we are having a great talk. Sid, this is fun talking to Cisco Oliver because he remembers everything.
Yeah.
Diba natatanda niya lahat?
Yes,
Halos lahat ng
exactly.
pangalan. Ang galing no? Pati yung sunugin ng Samar, he knows that's how you say it. It's crazy. Diba?
Yeah.
So we thank everyone for being here and joining us for this episode with Cisco Oliver. We're very excited. We were very excited. We still are right now because he's one of the original imports. So I was telling him, Sid, when I talked to him the other day, he's the oldest import that we've had on the show. The oldest in the sense, I know about age, but siya yung nauna eh. Kasi the rest of the imports we had, Glenn McDonald, 78 na yata, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? Bernard Harris, 76, if not Hindi yata wala si Bernard Harris yata sa 75 eh. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, I could be wrong.
he's the first original 1975
Diba?
import that we've had.
And even prior. Kasi
Mhm.
nag-Mika siya. So we have a Mika import here, diba? And we haven't had many of those. So,
Okay, I'm back.
okay talaga. All right, that was a quick one.
Yeah.
So, next photo, I guess. So next photo, because the team photo. Okay, that's nice. The next one, this here you are. This is with the fiberglass makers. This is your second year, Quasar Fiber Light, under Coach Tito Eduque. You mentioned him earlier. So here's an action shot. You're getting a rebound against an import. And then the guy number 9 is, who's that number 9 guy? Tanduay. Oh, that's a Tanduay team, so that's a white import. And then the guy on the right is Mike Bilbao.
Yeah, Mike Bilbao.
Yeah, he was a good. Mike Bilbao was a good ball player. He was a good point guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I remember him. He was fast. Yeah,
very crafty.
Yeah, very crafty. He could see too.
We also had him. Go ahead.
I knew my PBA players.
Yeah.
I know. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at that. You knowing all the names and everything. Still, you still remember everybody.
Yeah, I would never forget the Philippines. I love the Philippines.
Who's the guy behind you? Number 9. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, Bertie Desena just said
Ray Vallejo.
Ray Vallejo, number 9.
Yeah, number 9 is Ray Vallejo, the guy behind you. Okay. And the import of Tanduay, who's that? Where's Jay Mercado? We need him. Who's this import of Tanduay, guys? All our listeners, our followers, you know, white import because Tanduay brought in some white guys early on. You played with Bilbao in the Mika, right? With Mariwasa?
Yes. Bilbao, yes, we played together. Yes, we did.
Oh, as correctly pointed out by Mike Meneses.
Yeah.
Then he transferred to Tanduay.
There's a guy I want to ask you guys about. He played with the Wranglers. He was real short, but he could play. I can't think of his name, but he was real good. He played with the Wranglers.
Utex.
Utex, yeah. He's real good. He was short, but he could play. Where is he? I can't think of his name.
Was he Chinese?
He looked Chinese, but he could play.
Lim Meng Beng?
Was it Lim Meng Beng?
Lim Meng Beng.
No, I played with Lim Meng Beng and with Conception. I think I played. He was good too. He was just coming into the league, but he was good. He was a good college ball player too. Mm-hmm. But Lim Meng Beng, I knew he had potentials. But this guy I'm talking about played with the Wranglers. I can't think of his name, but he was short. But man, that guy could play. He could shoot a jump shot, and he had a good drive in the game.
Yeah, here I was about to say. Somebody suggested, was it Pineda?
Pineda, I think that's him.
Ricky.
This guy
Ricky
can play,
Pineda.
man. He can play for the Wranglers.
Because June Perez just said it. And this import that you're guarding here in this photo is Bill Bozit.
I don't remember him. From
Tanduay. That's what we're getting. So thank you to everyone again. I love it how our followers just know and they chime in. And because the guys who watch our show, Cisco, are guys from your time, guys who watched you live. So they know everything that's going on. You gotta love these guys.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so there you are in action. And then let's look at the last photo for this half. There's the guy you were talking about. You mentioned him earlier. You're guarding him here. Remember him?
Not right offhand.
That's Sonny Jaworski.
That's Jaworski. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my man. I heard did he become a senator or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
You've mentioned a lot of senators here: Nikki Cositeng, Ramon Revilla, and now Sonny Jaworski.
Wow, yeah, Sonny, he was like ahead of his time. Yeah, he's really good. He could play in the NBA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that would have happened.
Yes, point guard. Yeah, he could play in the NBA.
Yeah, he's about to give you an elbow here.
He's
about to put that elbow into your chest. Yeah,
he was a pretty rugged player.
He had to step on me.
Okay, here's a question. How did you feel about the physicality in the Philippines? Were the players here too rough, or what do you think?
At times, but not all the time. Oh, I used to get a lot of punishment now. Believe me, I did. I feel I get a lot of punishment on the floor.
Yeah, because obviously when you're an import, they really wanna,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, they
limit
want to
you, and
bang
they
you
do
up.
they do they do everything to try to stop you, right?
Yes, yes, anything.
Which local players, defended you pretty well? Would you remember?
All of them did very well. All of them did very well against me. All of them. You can't say, just one guy because some nights I didn't come, I tried to come play, but some nights you just ain't got it. And the other guy would take advantage of you. They're basketball players. They know.
Yeah, you've mentioned guys who you were impressed with, Boggs and Atoy and Mon Fernandez. Who was the best Filipino for you? If someone asked you who was the best guy when you were here.
What the guy, I was close to Bowles. Me and Bowles used to meet up, hook up.
Mhm.
I was closer to him than anybody than anybody else. I was real close to Bowles. Yeah, that guy could shoot, man. He was NBA mature. That guy, he's the best shooter I college and all, and
Mhm.
that guy could shoot Bowles. Is he coaching or
Yeah,
doing something now?
He coached for a long time on different levels, college. He was an assistant coach in the
Yeah,
PBA.
man, he was good, man. He was good.
Mhm.
Every import was back what up that I say about Bowles. Troy Cole was awesome. He was awesome
Mhm.
too.
hmm
Another good
Yeah.
shooter as well.
yeah.
Yes.
That guy could shoot from anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Bogues
it's
actually, I
great
don't know
that
if you were still around at the PBA then, but he actually scored 64 points in a game back when there was still no 3-point shot. That's how good Bogues was.
Oh, speaking of that, one time I had scored 76 points in one game. I don't know if you guys recall.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
when the NBA came over, uh, we had 3-point line then, but all those guys were trying to break my record, and my record wasn't official. But they want to hit that. They want to outscore 76. And none of those guys, and I know all of them. None of those guys broke that record. None of those NBA players broke that record. They were trying though.
Oh yeah. This photo, by the way, is 1978. This is the year Jaworski was the MVP.
Mhm.
Yes, he was a
So
good
that
ball player. Like I told
yeah,
you, he was
that's
an
that's his
awesome ball player. I used to love to
that's
watch
his
him play
MVP.
too.
He almost averaged a triple double this season, something like 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 9
Yes,
assists,
yes,
something like
yes.
that.
He had
So
talent. He had talent. He had skills.
Right.
he was the
You know
So
what
import.
it's
I
He was
heard?
nice.
the
I
import.
heard Jaworski got put out the league one time in the Miko. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got into a scuffle with the referee. He and
He,
Reynoso.
he,
They got
he
into a scuffle. They beat
Yeah,
they
yeah.
beat up the referee. They got banned.
yeah,
They
they're
got
supposed to be
banned.
Oh,
banned for
okay,
life,
okay.
but then
Yeah,
the ban
Yeah,
was
I
appealed
know.
and became like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's why
yeah. Then they
yeah.
allowed
he
him
wasn't
back,
able
and
to play in the 72 Olympics. That's why he missed the Olympics.
yeah. So there we are. I think that's the last photo of our
Mhm.
first half of the time capsule. So we'll take a short break just to remind everyone that there's another show on the Globally Baller
Okay,
Network
I'm
called
gonna take
Next
a
Man Up.
break too.
Okay,
Another
okay,
break.
Cisco. All right. So Next Man Up is a show on the Globally Ballin Network. Please watch the other shows as well. Next Man Up's one of them. Watch and listen to us on Spotify. If you haven't already, please give us a 5-star rating. Please show us some love. Rate us on Spotify. And you can be our monthly supporter for 250 pesos or $4.99 on Spotify. We'll recognize you and love you forever. Thanks to our members, Ramon Dizon Paren, Joseph, and Leslie May Divinagracia. Let's add on to that list, please. And like and follow Globally Ball in Southeast Asia on Facebook and for tidbits on all the shows on the Globally Ballin Network. And we're about to enter the second part of the time capsule. But before that, konting break lang para kay Cisco. Israel Oliver, Cisco, the Cisco kid.
Mhm.
And yeah, so, imagine telling us that guys like Jawo and then should have been in the NBA. Sayang. If there were scouts at the
Yeah.
time, they probably would be. Okay, let's enter the second part of our time capsule, still brought to us by Fitbit, which helps everyone in the world get healthier from counting steps to giving personalized insights on your heart rate and sleep patterns. Log your exercise and access great tools and content on the Fitbit Premium, all on the Fitbit platform. Check out all their products on Fitbit.com. Feel the power Okay, let's enter
I
the
don't
second
know.
part. Here you go. This is an action
Oh
shot.
wow.
That's Francis Arnaiz.
Yeah, I remember
Trying to-
Francis. Francis was an awesome point guard.
Hmm.
That's an
Him
awesome.
and
He could
him,
distribute the ball.
him and
He
Jaworski
is a
were
guy really
the
that made Toyota's team. Francis.
yeah. You were
Him
with
and
the Great
Joe
Taste Discoverers here.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
This was your last conference here, Cisco. This was your last conference with Great Taste Discoverers in 1978. That's Manny Paner behind you.
Yes.
And Francis Arnaiz, I can't see who the import of Toyota is, but I'm sure someone who is watching knows who that is, and they will tell us in the comments. Yeah, so those were the strong teams, Cisco. You remember Toyota and Crispa were the top two teams, right? There's no denying that,
Yes, they were. They were.
right? So you guys were just
You know-
trying to play. Yeah.
I almost had a deal with Crispa, but
Okay.
they said no because they said they would dominate the league with me. They wouldn't let me play with them. The Lupin, I wanted to play under the Lupin because I knew about his coaching skills. He was a very great coach during his era. Baby the Lupin, you remember him?
Yes,
Of course.
of course. Yeah.
Yes,
maestro.
he was a great coach. I wanted to play under him.
Really? But the league didn't
Yeah.
allow it?
No, Crispa, I forget the owner of Crispa's name right now.
Danny Floro.
Danny Floro.
Yeah, Danny Floro. Yeah, that was my man. Well, we used to talk all the time. We used to talk under the table. He wanted, yeah. He wanted me to play, but he didn't want to go against the PBA. He said he would be too strong if I came on the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What
But
could
I
have
wanted
been,
to
huh?
play for Danny Flora and under Coach Baby DeLupin. I
Carlos,
wanted to
tell
join
some-
that Christmas team. I really
Yeah.
did. I really wanted to go to Christmas.
Too bad
Yeah.
it didn't work out.
I know it didn't work out.
And,
But they
and
was
if
looking out for the
you
league.
went to Crispa,
Huh?
you probably would have won. You would have won a championship or two if you went to Crispa.
Yes, without a doubt. But they wouldn't do it because they want to keep the leg balance, and everything.
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
for the
That's
league.
what they told
Here,
me.
There's someone watching. You might remember because we keep talking about Crispa. He's watching right now. His name's Bernie Fabiosa. Remember him?
Of course, I remember Bernie. Bernie was an awesome player too.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's watching
Bernie.
right now. He's in LA. He lives in LA.
Oh, he's in LA. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I remember Bernie Fabiosa with that jump shot. He could handle the ball real well too.
Yep.
And some are saying the guy at the back is Carlos Terry. I'm not sure, but it might be the import of
Yeah.
Toyota.
Do you remember him, Cisco? Carlos Terry?
Who?
Carlos
Terry.
Carlos
Terry
Terry.
of Toyota.
No.
No, I think Carlos Perry. Did he come from my league? CIAA. I think he played for Winston-Salem, where Earl Monroe went to school at. I
not
think
sure.
he did. If
Probably,
I'm correct.
but possibly.
Yes, I think he played for Winston-Salem because he was telling me a lot about the coach at Winston-Salem back then. He was
Yep,
telling
you're
me
right.
the coach-
You're right. I just checked it. You're right. That's the guy. Winston Salem
Yeah,
College.
yeah.
Carlos
He
Terry
was also a good basketball player.
passed away in 1989. Car accident, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Back in the
Wow,
States.
I didn't know that. Sorry to hear that
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. So he's for Francis Arnaiz. He's okay. He's based in Sacramento now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Man, you know where everybody's at.
Yeah, well, because they've been on the show and they've
Yeah.
told us.
Oh, okay.
They're there in their
okay.
houses in the States. We have to schedule it like we did with you. Get the time difference and all of that. Make sure that everything's in
Yeah,
place. So that's
Uh,
So I like the fact we found some photos of you in action, and not just in the Alaska commercial.
And with the different
There you are.
teams,
And with the different teams, right? Because
yeah,
here
awesome,
you are.
awesome.
because of your three different franchises you played for. Started
Yes,
with
that's
Mariwasa,
correct.
went to Quasar, and then Prefto Great Taste, and then this one, as we mentioned, this 1977 and 78. You played two conferences with them.
Yes,
This
yes,
was
that's
your-
correct.
So there's.
Did you stay here the entire time? Whenever it was the off season, or did you go back to the States and play also in other leagues?
No. I used to stay in the Philippines year round, and I used to
Oh.
sometime I would take flight back to the States and come right back because I was under contract and they thought I wasn't. I got to get the money and run.
You were
Because
here
I
a long
signed,
time, huh? You were here a long time.
yeah,
You spent a
because
big part of your
I
life
signed
here.
a huge. A conception gave me a super sign-up bonus when I joined them. So, they thought I was going to run on them and take the money and run, but I didn't. I shaped them.
Yeah. No. I'll go back to my question earlier, which you weren't able to answer. Where would you hang out?
Oh, in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to go down Rojas Boulevard. You know that.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
all the clubs were, man.
Right.
When I first came, you had slot machines in those clubs when I first came. I was mad when y'all took the slot machines out.
Yeah.
And who would you be with when you'd go to these places in Ross Boulevard?
I used to hang out with Tom. I used to go there with Bogues, Eldonado. We used to hang out, man. We have a good time down Rojas Boulevard. All those young girls and stuff. We wanted to dance. We had a lot of fun, man.
I'm sure you
Do you remember the
going to
names
disco.
of the discos? Yeah, do you remember the names of the discos you went to? Was Stargazer already around back then, your time?
No, it was another one, man. It was on Rojas. Everybody went to this club on Rojas back then. I forget the name of it, but man, it was jam. It used to jam, man. That was my hangout.
Yeah, I'm sure our viewers will
Did you
tell us
when you
the
were
name.
playing when you were playing here in the Philippines, Cisco? Did you drink or smoke?
Yeah, I mean, I love San Miguel.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
Yeah, back
We,
in
we,
the
we
day,
do
everybody
we
does.
do too. We do
huh?
too. We do too. We
I
love San
love
Miguel
San
too.
Miguel. San
San
Miguel. I
Miguel's
could drink by the case
Yep.
back then.
The nice
Love
brown
San
bottle,
Miguel.
right? You remember
Yeah,
the brown
yeah,
bottle, of course. You remember that.
yeah. And I used to go out with a lot of different people. They would take me to different bars, I have fun. I used to go out with Coach Dookie too, man. That guy he could drink. Coach Dookie.
Was he already wearing all white when he was your coach? Was
Yes,
he wearing
yes,
all
yeah.
white?
He
Yeah,
always wear
Okay.
all white. That was his motto.
yeah.
A
He
man in
was
white.
known as the man in white. He was known as the man in
Yeah, the
white.
man in white. Yeah, he always dressed white and white. He could dress too, man. He was a nice coach. He could talk to you. He could motivate you. He could teach you skills and stuff. I learned a lot from him, man.
Classy guy.
That
He
was
was a
my
classy
favorite
guy.
coach of the Philippines, was Coach Dookie.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Let's look at the
Yeah.
next photo, Aaron. Let's check it out. Oh, somebody
Oh,
hit you, man. Somebody hit you
yeah.
where he shouldn't.
I don't recall, but I remember those knee things. I had to take them off. I couldn't play no more. My knees went bad for a while, but I went to the
Uh-huh.
weight room and got them strengthened back so I could take those off. I remember those knee pads.
Yeah.
Why did you choose number 44, Cisco? Why 44?
Jerry West.
Jerry
Why
West?
44? I don't recall why. That was a number available. I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I had
So
to
it,
take
wa-
the number that was available.
it wasn't
So I
because
got
of
all.
Jerry West. It wasn't
Wasn't
because
because of
of your
Jerry West.
idol.
Well, yeah, I was kind of, yes, that was my man. West was my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. 44.
So
Yeah.
I don't know who you're shouting at or something. You're probably complaining to the referee. He hit me, ref. Come
Yeah,
on, call the damn foul.
yes, probably so, Yeah, they hit me below the belt.
Yeah.
She back there laughing.
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't hit you below the belt. Honda.
Please, baby, don't you hit me below the belt.
Yeah. Honda. Man, that's Honda. So that's his 1978 as well.
Yeah.
The
How
Wildcats.
how
King
did
of the
you
Honda.
transfer teams? I mean, did the other teams approach you and ask you to
In
jump
the
ship?
Philippines,
Yeah.
yes, 7 Up. Yes, they approaching me.
Mhm.
They wanted to steal me away from Marawasa.
He said
Yes,
no.
they did. And they offered me a lot of money too, but I turned them down.
Hmm. But how'd you end up elsewhere after leaving Mariwas? How'd you end up in Great Taste, for example?
The money.
Just the better
Fi-
offer.
Great Taste had plenty of money now.
So-
So you,
What was his name? That rich man that owned a Great Taste. What was his name? Is he still around?
who was the
He
owner of
owned Great
CFC?
Taste. No, I heard him.
Now, this is This is when we need Jay Mercado to tell us.
No,
Yeah,
it was in
I hope
the.
he comes.
I think it was in that other photo, that team photo.
He owned a hotel. He owned a hotel downtown Manila, somewhere near Rojas Boulevard. He owned this big hotel. The owner of Great Taste.
Yeah, was it Silahis? Was it Silahis Hotel?
I forget his name, man, but that guy had bank. He had bank. He had more bank. He had more money than Mr. Costa's bank.
No, it wasn't Mr. Martinez. Martinez was just the manager. So I forget the name.
I think he was the manager.
Yeah. Chino
Me and him used to have arguments all the time.
CFC's Go Hong Wei, right?
Go Hong Wei.
Jolly
Go Hong Wei.
Yeah. So, sorry, guys. Medyo, kami
Mr.
doon. Okay.
Gothaway.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Gothaway.
We're supposed to know that.
man
Yeah,
had
sorry.
money. He gave me
yeah.
that guy gave me a super signing bonus.
And the hotel was the Ramada. Hotel Ramada.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
That's the fans. You gotta thank the fans. They all know. Manila Midtown Ramada Hotel.
Yes. That was my hangout too.
I love it. I love all these.
That's my man. That's my money man.
All these guys watching, they're also reminiscing as they're typing in Ramada and Gokongwei, and they're all remembering what was going on. They remember when they watched Cisco Oliver getting hit in the nuts in this picture. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, John Gokongwei's family, he became a Taipan, and now his all of his children, they own an airline, they own a mall.
Wow.
They're in so many different industries here in the Philippines.
Yeah, and he donated buildings to different universities. So there's a John Gokongwei building in this school and that school and all of that. So
I know he was good to me. That's all I can say. Mr. Gokongwei was good to me. Him and Emerson. Yeah. And Mr. Dondo Lim. You remember Mr. Dondo Lim?
No, I don't.
He was the general manager for Conception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I just like this photo. This is something you could frame and put on your wall. Yeah. But let's check out the next one, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's a bunch of photos. Here's Abit Gidabin on the right side, Cisco.
Abit Gidabin. Yeah, that was my man. He was competition. He was strong.
He's a skinny man. Look how skinny he is there. He got bigger. He got bigger.
He was strong. He was strong.
He won 2 MVPs after you left. He won 2 MVPs in the 80s.
I can believe that. Because I knew he was going to be good. Yep. Gidabin could play.
Him and Ramon Fernandez, they developed a rivalry in the 80s.
Yes. I can believe that.
Both, they were the top two.
Fernandez was a good player too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
He won 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
Wow. I can believe that.
Him and Gidaben, they both played, I think, 20 seasons. They retired in the mid-90s.
Wow. Baby, they got all these photos. I don't know where these guys find these photos from. Where are you?
You want me to send them? You want me to send them to you? I'll send them all to you afterwards. Okay.
Please do.
I will send them.
Please do.
I don't know. We just happened to find them. Some of them are online. Some of them we have friends who send them over. Because they get excited. Here in Noritake, you're number 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 23. That was my number. Where did I get that number from? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was a baby.
Michael Jordan, yeah. That's the number I had when I first came to the Philippines, 23.
Maybe that's where Michael Jordan got his number from Cisco Oliver. Maybe that's what happened there. I wish we could identify the guys on the photo on the left side.
Is that Rich Adams? Is that Rich Adams?
No, Rich Adams is that's Francis Arnaiz in the background. So that's Toyota late 70s. So I don't know who that is.
I see.
I'm not certain who that is. But I don't know who your teammate is that's about to rebound behind you.
Those are the time.
Okay, guys, who are the people in the left photo?
Yeah. But in fact, when I think I found a couple of these photos, there were captions which I should have actually taken, just to make sure who the players were. But it's nice to see, you in action. You in all the different teams. There are actually what I couldn't find were photos from your college days, from your university days. But at least we got.
Even I don't have any photos from my college days because in college, like I said, we won the championship my senior year in college. We won the CIAA championship, and that's the same league where Earl Monroe came out of, and several other great NBA players came out. Bobby Daniels came out of that league. It was an all-black conference back then. It was an all-black conference, and we were the only black conference in the United States back then.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was all black.
Where did you live, Cisco, when you were here in the Philippines for so many years?
Man, I love it out Quezon City, Scout Twazen.
Oh, Scout area. Okay, that's near.
area.
That's near
Yeah.
Sid. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
was it a house or they put you up in an apartment or something?
Yeah, man. I had a laid back pad then for the ladies.
For the did they give you a car? Did you learn how to drive in Manila?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Never
that's
had
how
an
long you were
accident.
here. You got to drive yourself. What was your car? They gave you a
It was
Ford,
like,
probably
you
a
know,
Toyota.
they gave me one of those Toyotas.
Okay,
You know, to get Toyota to drive around. You know, to get around. But I
Toyota
never had an
Corolla.
accident in the Philippines. I never had an accident. Because driving in the Philippines is different from driving in the States. Man, you guys drive. Wow, some people don't stop for red lights in the Philippines.
Yeah, I was
And
about
then
to
you got
ask how was that experience?
jeepneys, man. You got so many jeepneys on the road. But it was
Yep.
nice. I never had an accident.
That's
Yeah,
still a problem until today.
they say if you can drive in
I
Manila,
believe that. I
you
believe
can
that.
drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. You are correct. If you can drive in the Philippines, you can drive anywhere.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's crazy. That's why people don't want to drive here when they come over. But that's great. And then just to see Ato, Abed Gidabin's also in the States now. He's based somewhere in the New Jersey, New York area, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's up north. Okay.
Yeah, but we haven't had him on the show. He hasn't been well. He's been a bit under the weather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please bring him on.
So
Hopefully, one of these days.
lots of those guys, who you played against are actually based in the States already. So they left the Philippines after their playing careers were done. I think that we have like one or two more photos. Now, let's look at the next one already. I mean, since we're going down memory lane, here's the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, by the way, Cisco. You
Yeah.
made the Hall of Fame in Chesapeake.
Chesapeake.
Mhm.
I'm
this was
still
just-
trying to figure.
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to figure out. And they told me that they have a Walk of Fame in my college, the Hall of Fame. They say I was inducted into that at Elizabeth City State, but nobody ever let me know that I was inducted into the Hall of Fame down at Elizabeth City State University. But they say that I am, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I love them all down.
So this was a ceremony held last year, right? This 2022.
Yes. And
It was just online.
well, you know who represented me at there because I wasn't there. My ex-Filipino wife, she was there. She did everything, and I was so proud of her, for doing that for me. And she was a superstar at this ceremony award because I wasn't there. She accepted the awards, her and my daughter, Esther, and my other daughter, Stella May, she was there, and their kids were there. It was awesome because I watched it by video. And I just thank my ex-wife for really supporting me in that. She really supported me.
That's great. That's great. Although here they say you're a NBA and ABA basketball player. So
Yeah.
two-time All-American
Yeah,
NBA and ABA basketball player. So I guess you didn't bother to correct them anymore.
I know. I didn't want to play in the ABA. I really wanted to play in the NBA. I want to play against the best guys,
Mhm.
So, but I look back, it was between, I didn't know what the Philippine basketball was all about, All I know when I came, I had to be ready.
Right. Yeah, and as an import in the Philippines, you really have to play well. I mean, that's why they bring you over.
Yes. They will send you back home if you don't play well. Believe me, those owners in the Philippines, they know basketball.
Yeah.
Sometimes you only last the game, Their imports
That's
only
right.
last one game.
I've seen guys sent back home only after a game. I've seen guys sent back home.
There's a couple of
So I
guys
was
in recent years. They arrived for practice. They were sent home.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, when I first came to the Philippines, They took me out early in the morning and watched me play at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. They wanted to watch me play, but when I went out to that practice that morning, I didn't touch the basketball. I went out, I ran around on the floor. I touched the basket. I wanted to feel the floor. They didn't understand what I was doing. Then I ran up and did exercises and all that. And then I went to shoot the basketball. They said, wow.
Yeah. Because here it was just scrimmages right away. That's how it used to be. But of course,
Yeah.
everything's up to par now. But
Yeah.
before it was all just,
Yeah.
just shooting, and then they wouldn't
Yeah.
even lift weight back then. But it's changed a lot since that time. So, well, like
Yes,
I said,
can believe
congratulations on being a Hall of Famer back, where it all began in Chesapeake.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm sure it's pretty cool to be recognized after all these years. They remember what you did way back then.
Yes,
right?
because a lot of people thought that the city of Chesapeake was showing racism against me, but I didn't think so. Never forgot about it, But they finally called me and told me, hey, we're going to induct you into the city's Sports Hall of Fame. And I was very thankful. I didn't fight nobody. I didn't argue with anybody, I just was thankful, that they did that. They recognized. And they have this plaque right here, what you see right here. They have that in the City Hall building posted with all rest of the athletes that have become Hall of Famers in the city of Chesapeake. And they have it in the City Hall building in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Yeah. So that's great on that. Great on that. What's the next photo, Aaron? Well, this is you today. So after that,
how did you get this, man? I don't even remember this. But that's where that photo came from. I'm saying, man, where did they get that photo from?
I just found it. It was online somewhere. I think maybe on your page. Might be on your page.
Yeah.
But so
I
Cisco
like watching
after.
the stars, man. I like watching the outer space.
Oh really? Okay, right. You like what's happening in the great unknown, huh? Over there.
Yeah, yes. I'm a freak for outer space.
Oh, but here's the question: after you played for Great Taste for the last time in 1978, where did fate bring you? Did you stay? Did you leave for the States right away? Did you play any more basketball afterwards?
No, I did not. I came back to the States. I became a car salesman. Well, I worked for Ford. I became a car salesman, and I was very successful. I was making great money as a car salesman too, And I brought all my family over from the Philippines and some more, and we just had a lot of fun. And I was driving new cars every day off the lot. I had a lot of fun selling cars. I sold cars for almost 10 years. And but it took me away from my family. We could go on vacations, the kids and I, in new cars. We have new cars and the kids like that, but it kept me away from them, making good money, but you never had time to spend with your family with selling cars.
Yeah. Did any of your kids follow in your footsteps and tried out basketball?
No, and I'm mad about that. My son Cisco and Israel, they call him Sonny Boy. Those guys had talent, but they just didn't want to pursue it. Now, I have a grandson by my oldest daughter, Imelda. This guy's on outdoors on the court like I used to do. He's out there every day hawking the ball. We call him hawking. Yeah. He's going to be the ball player. And he may be coming back to the Philippines.
Okay.
And
Let us know.
He's an honor student. He's an honor student.
But here's something I noticed. Your daughter's name is Imelda.
Yes. And you know why?
Wow. Of course.
You know where that one came from. All of you guys know where that one come from.
Of course.
Yes,
Who could it be?
But you don't have a son named Ferdinand, right?
No.
I thought you did. You did the
But
pair.
you know
That would have
what?
been crazy.
Ferdinand and Emerson Constantine were very close. They two peas in a pot back then. They were buddy guys. So I remember when Filipinos had to be in at 12, I could stay out all night and get stopped at home. Oh, that's Cisco. Go ahead on through. Because Marcus already gave me the okay.
You were exempted from the curfew, huh?
Yes. Marcus looked out for me. That's my man. He's still my man. Marcus was my man.
Do you know that his son is the
I
president?
know a lot of Filipinos didn't like Marcos, but I couldn't get involved in Filipino politics. But Marcus was he was all right with me.
Do you know that his son is the president now
Bong
of the
Bong,
Philippines?
Bong Bong.
Yeah, he's the president of the Philippines now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know
won.
that.
He won the elections last year. Well, yeah, he's in the position
Wow.
now.
So all the people like him, huh?
Well, same thing as you said.
Okay,
You know,
okay, okay.
it's politics,
Okay.
man. It's politics.
Well, politics, yeah. Let's leave
Yeah,
that. Let's
it's
get out of there.
Yeah. And so this is what year was this photo taken? Do you remember, Cisco? This
Oh, this
NASA.
right here wasn't too long ago. This wasn't too long ago.
Okay, yeah.
This wasn't too
Pretty
long
recent.
ago.
I like your chains. I like the chains.
I like the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt's nice too.
I wore that to this in the background on the giant stream. That's a NASA website on that giant stream in the background. I go to NASA all the time, just about every day, looking at stuff in outer space.
Wow. Right. So what keeps you busy aside from that, like looking at into the telescopes and all? What keeps Cisco Oliver busy today?
This lady
Nowadays.
back here in the background. She keeps me busy all the time.
Awesome.
My future wife.
It'll happen soon, huh?
Yeah.
Does she
be
know that? Does she know that she's gonna be your future wife? Did you tell her?
Yeah, she knows that.
Okay.
She knows that. We're working on it.
Okay, let's look at the last photo, Aaron. I think for the entire set, we have one last one. Yeah, this is you again beside a car. I don't know where this was taken.
Man. Yeah, I call that car. And she drives this car more than I do. Yeah,
I like the fact you're parked in front of an Asian bistro.
Oh yeah, man, that's the hot spot for where we go get our Asian food from. And next door is the Pizza Hut.
What were your favorite? What were your favorite dishes when you were here, Cisco? Do you remember?
Okay, I'm gonna try to think. What's his name? This dish called? I love pancake, lapa lapa. That lapa lapa, man, that was my favorite. You guys know what I'm talking about? Lapa lapa?
Yeah, the fish. Yeah.
Okay. And I used to love and chicken pork adobo.
Adobo.
Of course, adobo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had any of those? Right? Do you get a chance to have adobo?
Here in Denver, we have a Filipino restaurant downtown. Yeah, we have a Filipino right in the heart, downtown.
Yeah. So that's where you
Have
get
you
your
ever-
fix. Yeah.
Have you ever been back to the Philippines?
No, I haven't been back. I haven't been back.
Oh, wow. Maybe now's the time, Cisco. You know?
Yeah. Well, we're planning to make some overseas trip here, and the Philippines is on the list.
Yeah. You should come here when the basketball World Cup is underway. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Late August. It's gonna start in late August.
Yeah.
You were here when the World Cup was held, right? In 1978?
Yes. I was there when the World Cup was there.
World Championship won by Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
after 35 years, 45 years, it's back in Manila, World Cup.
Wow, awesome. The basketball capital of the world.
Yeah, I know. It's just nuts. People are going crazy about it. We are part of the organizing committee, and we're going nuts as well because thousands of people are going to be coming in.
You guys got an awesome program here. You have an awesome program here.
Thank you.
It's because of guys like you who say yes.
Thank
Come
you.
on. That's without you guys, it would just be a boring conversation between me and Sid.
It's only awesome because of the guests,
Yeah, it's only awesome. So that's the last photo. I think that ends our time capsule for this episode, episode 172, brought to us by Fitbit, of course.
Well, I want to thank you guys for inviting me, man. I really enjoyed this.
We got a few more segments though. Before we close the show, Cisco, any more questions, Sid, before we enter the final segment?
Let's go.
Let's enter the segments. It's called the Twilight Zone, Cisco. And in the Twilight Zone, that means our show's about to come to an end, but we need to make our sponsors happy. So the first portion of our Twilight Zone is a segment called X's or O's. It's brought to us by Tuminugan Farm, your private paradise at the heart of Bukidnon. If you need to relax and
Wow.
unwind, why not rejuvenate and reconnect with the nature right at the foot of the Kitanglad Mountain Range in Bukidnon? Choose from a wide range of accommodations: the farm, the house, the bungalow, the cottage, or the tulugan. Tuminugan Farm can accommodate entire families, groups of friends, backpackers, and even team building events. Check out tuminuganfarm.com or Instagram and Facebook for information. Book now. So go there. Heart of Bukidnon. Nice place. You can see the photos.
Wow.
In this part, Cisco, I'm just going to give you some choices. It's a list of choices. You tell me which one you choose. You don't have to explain why. It's a list of pairs or things that I want you to choose from. Let's start. Let's start right now. Number 1, James Cornelius or Billy Robinson?
Billy Robinson.
Billy Robinson. Coach Tito Eduque or Coach Nilo Verona?
Tito.
Tito. Okay.
Iduki.
Okay. Mariwasa, Quasar, or Presto?
Varawasa.
Mariwasa, Honda. Okay. Cyrus Mann or Snake Jones?
It's about a tie.
It's a tie. Okay. Cyrus Mann passed away 2 years ago. About a year and a half.
Irish man.
Just
Yeah,
recently.
passed away. Yeah,
Oh
about a year
my
ago.
God!
About a
I'm
year
sorry
ago.
to hear that.
Yeah, his brother. We were trying to get him on the show. We talked to his brother. Then the brother told us that he passed away. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
okay. Next one is Abet Gidaben or Mon Fernandez.
I had to go with Fernandez.
Okay, Juan Fernandez. Okay. Boggs or Atoy?
Come on, man. Both of those guys are my guys. That's
Okay.
about a tie.
Oh, it's a tie. How about Jaworski or Atoy?
Yeah, they're two different ball players. They two different ball players. About a tie too.
Tie. Okay, okay. How about Bernie Fabiosa, who was watching earlier, and Francis Arnaiz?
That's about a tie too.
That's a tie as well. Okay, I love it. How about this? Mika or PBA?
Okay, like I said, I thought the Mika was stronger than the PBA.
Mhm.
I think I only played what 1 year in the Mika.
Yeah.
It was stronger than I guess because I don't know. It seemed like it was more better balance back then. When PBA, the guys started going after the money and the teams, so you had a lot of weak teams in the PBA back then when it first started. Then they gradually they start building up.
Okay, okay. Your friend Ato Tolentino or Limeng Beng?
Talentino.
Tolentino.
Because
Okay.
but the kid Lemon Bing, he had I could see potentials in him. He's
Yeah,
a great
yeah,
college player.
Yeah, he was. He was a star, and he became one of the best as well in the PBA. Okay,
Yes.
June Papa or Bogs Adornado?
As far as shooting, both of those
Yeah.
guys make you burn your eyes out. Papa and Eldonado, man, that's about a tie.
Tie. Okay, that's a tie. How about this? Danny Basilan or Jesse Soliano?
I'm gonna go along with Jesse on that.
Okay, Jesse wins there. How about Jenny Lucindo or Manny Paner?
Panier.
Paner. Crispa or Toyota?
That's about a tie. That's about a tie too. They come from because they had both of them. They go back to back. One win, the other one win. That was when I used to see our Arnella Coliseum packed when Crispa and Toyota played.
Okay. How about this? Scoring or rebounding?
Scoring or rebounding,
Uh-huh.
both. I
Both.
want to do both.
Okay.
I like doing both.
Okay, okay. Offense or defense?
Both.
Both too.
I like going both ways.
How about this one? Movie actor or Alaska product endorser?
I think I'd rather do more Alaska, more
More
commercials.
Alaska. All right, more commercial.
They pay them up. They pay you a long time.
Yeah. Because there's a royalties, right, as it comes along. Okay.
Yes.
I think this one you answered earlier. ABA or NBA?
Well, looking back, I wish I'd gone with the ABA. Then I wouldn't come to the Philippines. But I wanted to play in the NBA.
Mhm.
But God had other plans for me to come to the Philippines and marry that girl and get 5 kids, and we're all together today.
That's right. That's right. Great. No, that was your fate. Okay. So 1970 NBA draft, right? You were there. Here's a question from that draft. Do you choose Bob Lanier or Dave Cowens?
Just about a tie.
That's a tie. That's a tie. Okay.
Yes.
How about this? Tomjanovich or Maravich?
Bitch back then.
Maravich back then. Okay, Maravich. How about this? The little guys, Calvin Murphy or Tiny Archibald?
No, Tiny Archibald came and played in the PBA too.
Yes, he did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played against him when he came NBA player when he came over. Because
I
he
think
talked to
Calvin
me
Murphy.
too.
Calvin Murphy
He
came
wanted
over
me to
too.
come back to the, he wanted me to come back to the NBA. See, they wanted me to come back. This man named Mindy Rudolph came over with the NBA referees. He told me, I'm taking you back. I told him, no, sir. I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond. You know, so I turned him down by going back to the NBA. But
You were a star. You were a star.
Huh?
You were a star here. Yeah, you were a star here in the Philippines. You were
yes,
doing your
that's
thing.
correct. That's correct. And so I stayed in the Philippines. I didn't go back. He asked me. He said, "I'm getting you back to the in the States." And I told him, I said, "No, sir. Thanks a lot." You know, it was right out there, man, in front of. I forget this announcer's name. He used to work for a newspaper. He was a sports writer, and he was working that game that they work in the NBA games that night. And I told him, you know, I said, "Thanks a lot, sir," but I didn't want to. I knew I could play in the NBA. I wouldn't about competition then, but I fell in love with the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Tiny or Calvin? Tiny.
Tiny, yes.
Tiny. Okay, you're going with Tiny. Okay, Lakers or Celtics?
Lakers, that's my team, man.
Okay. So Sid's
Hey,
upset now.
we watching Denver tonight. I know you can't see it on your stream.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and the last one is, let's show the photo, please, Aaron. De Niro or Pacino?
Yeah, you know what? That's about a tie.
That's a tie as well. All right. Yeah, because they're both great. Okay, so that's X's or O's for episode 172. The next part is the Seryosong Tanong. Yeah, Seryosong Tanong is brought to us by Seryoso Chili Garlic. Where's that spiel? Sorry, I'm not ready. I need it. Yeah, delicious, aromatic, and crispy chili garlic bits in pure coconut oil made with naturally locally sourced ingredients. No preservatives, no artificial flavorings, and no salt. It's the chili garlic na seryoso, manghang at kaya kang ipaglaban di gaya ng ex mo. Okay, here's a serious question, Mr. Cisco Oliver. If the ABA, the NBA, and the PBA come knocking at your door, you're a 25-year-old basketball player. Now that you're 74, 75, looking back at your life, which one would you choose?
Okay, looking back at my life and understanding my spiritual level that I know today and involved in, I would go with God. That was God's plan for me not to play in the NBA. It was God's plan for me to come to the Philippines. I know that now. I know that now. It was God's plan for me to meet my wife, kids, all that stuff, man, was great in the Philippines. It was God's plan for me to come to the Philippines. I know that now as a fact. So I don't feel bad about not playing in the NBA. I had an awesome time in the Philippines. I was there, 10 years? Wow, man. The Philippines is beautiful, man. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world is the Philippines. If you want to tour and go somewhere, go to the Philippines. You'll love it.
All right, man. I wish you could come over soon. I wish you could come over. You know, it's about time to come back. Bring your girlfriend with you or your soon-to-be wife. Come over to the Philippines and we'll take you out for dinner. Sid's gonna buy us dinner when you come.
Sure.
Right. See,
I will.
Look at that. That's quickly answered. Okay. So that's it. That's a seryosong tanong for this episode 172. Sid Ventura, your turn.
Okay, my question For you, Cisco, okay, first of all, it's brought to you by Founders Donuts. Coffee and tea doesn't get any better than this. Very good donuts and coffee. Just follow their social media handles there for more information. My question, Cisco, for you, if you could have dinner with any basketball player or figure, living or dead, past or present, American or Filipino, who would it be and why?
Okay, I think if I had have a conversation, it would be Bogues Eldonado, man. We could talk, man, forever. It would be Bogues Eldonado.
Yeah, you were tight. You were
That was
tight with
my
him, right?
man. That was my guy.
Yeah,
What
he
would you
was
talk
also.
about first after not seeing him for 40 years? What would you talk about with
We
him?
probably, like we always do, basketball. We always talk about basketball. Bogues and I always talk about basketball. I used to ask Bogues, man, where did you learn to shoot like that? He told me, man, in the barrio. And that's the same way I learned. I learned in the barrio.
Right,
Same
right.
thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you start
Yeah.
small and then you become great. Yeah, Bogues was great. He was on.
Yeah.
He had when he was on the show. There's like 350 people watching. That's how popular he is until now.
Yeah.
Yes. I can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did mention before that someone was interested in bringing him over to the States to try out for an NBA team. You did mention that, right, Charlie? Right?
Yes, he did
When he was,
mention that, but it just never happened. But someone
yeah,
was suggesting to bring him to try out for an NBA team, and it just never happened. I think
yeah,
that was the time the NBA scouts, the NBA players played here. One of the scouts said, "Why don't you come over?" Because he played, as you said, 18 points a game. He was scoring,
Yes.
and then
Bogues, yeah. He scored against the NBA. See?
yeah, but then for one reason or
Bogues
other, he
and I,
just
Bogues and I were the scorers against the NBA. Yeah. So
yeah,
that let
yeah.
you know right then. That let you know right then we're NBA caliber. You know, we
yeah,
playing against some of the best. Those guys were making millions, much more money than we were.
yeah. It's too bad. Yeah,
They didn't play any better. And somebody saying, well, they all season, they ain't playing hard. Those guys were NBA players out there playing hard because they didn't want to
Uh-huh.
look bad in front of that full Iron College 32,000 people. They didn't want to look bad in front of that crowd.
Yeah. Right.
yeah. It's too bad it didn't pan out for him. It would have
Yeah.
been awesome to, even if you just
Yes,
try
yes,
to
yes.
try
Yeah.
out for an NBA team. But yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
sure he
one
would have
ahead of his
impressed
time.
them with his shooting. He would have impressed a bunch of them over there. It
Yes.
wasn't meant to be, I guess. So
yes.
that's it. That was what's that? The Founders Donuts, diba?
Yes, founders doing that's a good question. Yeah. Thanks for that answer, Cisco. Okay, Charlie, take us home.
Okay,
Thank,
let's enter the last
thank
portion.
y'all
Okay,
for having me.
the last part's called "Hello Porky." This was a greeting that one of the commentators, Cisco, used to say when he started the coverage. And "Hello Porky" is brought to us by A Food Vintar Longanisa. It's a product from Vintar Ilocos Norte, made using an original recipe passed down through generations, making it a true delicacy that captures the essence of Ilocano cuisine. Not sweet, but savory and slightly garlicky. No preservatives and fresh and natural. It's a must try for anyone looking to experience the rich flavor of Ilocano cuisine. So before I let you shout out and greet and acknowledge people and thank them from your basketball career, our sponsor wants us to ask the question, Cisco, what moment in your career are you most thankful for and why?
That when I first came to the Philippines playing with Mr. Costas Tank's dream team, when I got on that team, that was it. That team. I compare that Marawasa team to my senior year college team, where I was playing with Mike Gale, Hubert Moyer, and we had that dream team at Elizabeth City. That team with Bernie, we're talking about that team with Marawasa. That was my best time in the field. That's why I say the Miko was stronger than the PBA.
So that's it. Being with Mariwasa that first time was the most thankful for
Yes.
that.
That was awesome. Yes.
It must have been
We
really
won
good,
the
though.
championship. We won
Exactly.
the Manila.
Exactly, and it must have been really good for you because you stayed for a few more years after that. If it was a
Yeah.
bad experience, you probably would have taken off right away, right?
Uh,
So, and you enjoyed
Yes.
driving along Ross Boulevard in your Toyota. That was great. Okay,
Yes.
so now's the chance for you to. That was brought to us by A Food Vintar Longanisa. Really good stuff. Please order. A-Food, Vintar Longanisa, all our followers that support these little businesses that are supporting AEOB. But before we let you go, once and for all, Cisco, now's the time to greet, acknowledge, shout out, say thank you to anyone you mention right now from your entire long basketball career.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for inviting me on, and it was nice, coming on and being before a Philippine audience again. And I just want to thank you guys. I thank the country for giving me an opportunity to play there, and I love the Philippines, and I always got high praise for the Philippines.
That's
All
it.
right.
No one
That's
else.
it.
Huh? That's it. Okay.
You guys are the basketball capital of the world.
Yeah, it really is, and because you guys, then you see that, you feel the love until now. You see the guys who were commenting and remembering your career and all of that as the show went on. Just to tell everyone, it says at the bottom, 95 PBA games over 4 seasons for 3 franchises. That's the PBA. 33.3 points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game, and your highs were in 1978, 37.45 points per game and 14 rebounds per game for Honda.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So I got that. I had to research and make sure, count all the numbers and do the math.
Very well. You did very well. Very good research.
I can even give you your stats every season you were here. So if you want that, I can give that.
Please don't.
So I'll send you the photos afterwards. But of course, that's another episode of an eternity of basketball about to come to an end. And before we go, as usual, we'd like to thank our sponsors. San Miguel Corporation powers our show. We are powered by SMC in cooperation with Tinuguan Farm, Seryoso Chili Garlic Founders, Donuts, Fitbit, and of course, A-Food, Vintar, Longaniza. We are part of the Globally Ballin Network. Please support the different shows on the Globally Ballin Network. We'd like to greet guests on the AEOB who celebrated their birthdays this past week. Those are Coach Arlene Rodriguez, Coach Ompong Segura, Mr. Jimmy Mariano, former teammate of Cisco, Al Mendoza, sports writer, and Calvin Tuadles, counselor. Happy birthday to all of you guys. And so that does it for episode 172. It's now in the books. On behalf of my partner Sid Ventura and the rest of our crew, Noel and Jay, we thank Israel Cisco Kid Oliver for coming on the show. God bless you, Cisco, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And hopefully, we'll meet up one day. If you fly over here, if we head your way, we're going to let you know. And then you take us out for dinner when we head towards Denver. Right? So,
Will do.
All the best to you and the future missus over there. Thank you for allowing him to be on the show for an hour and 40 minutes. And so, salamat sa lahat ng fans natin. Thank you to all the fans. And of course, we got to do it. We have to do that thing. We have to do it, Cisco. You have to say, Alaska, man. Masarap.
Alaska, man. Masarap.
Yes, sir. The best.
Galing
mo, man.
Thanks so much, Cisco Oliver. Mabuhay ka. God bless everybody. We'll see you next. No, we're not going to see you next week. We don't have an episode next week because there's the FIBA draw, and we're all going to be busy next week. But we'll come back 2 weeks from now. We will announce who our guest will be on our Facebook page. So AEOB is going to take a break next week, but we'll be back in a couple of weeks to keep the memories rolling along here on AEOB.
I will.
Thank you, everybody. Cisco.
Thank you, Aldo Perez, who just sent 200 stars. Thank you,
Thanks,
Aldo.
Perez. Keep sending us stars, guys, on Facebook. Come on, we need them. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you. Aaron,
Bye.
Globally Ballin. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
sir.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.